I have stood by long enough, listening to the empty rhetoric and platitudes of the Democratic Senator from Illinois, Barack Obama, and I have finally decided to make a video addressing why this elitist socialist is dangerous to our country, specifically focusing on his complete disregard and disdain for the Second Amendment. Barack Obama has voted repeatedly against gun owners and gun manufacturers. Barack Obama spent 8 years between 1994 and 2002 directing the Joyce Foundation, an organization which spent millions of dollars creating and supporting anti-gun organizations. Starting with his tenure as a state senator in Illinois, Barack Obama co-sponsored a failed bill in 2000 to limit handgun purchases to 1 handgun per month. In 2000, he also voted against allowing citizens the right to defend themselves with handguns if it violated local weapons bans. When questioned in a 1998 Illinois State Legislative National Political Awareness Test, Obama supported the following possession restrictions on semi-automatic firearms. Obama voted to ban the sale and transfer of all forms of semi-automatic firearms. He also voted to increase state restrictions on the purchase and possession of firearms. In 2004, during an Illinois state debate against Alan Keyes, Barack Obama also said, and I quote, "I think it's a scandal that this president, referring to George Bush, did not authorize a renewal of the assault weapons ban." He also voted against prohibiting lawsuits against gun manufacturers in 2005 as part of Senate Bill 397. Obama endorsed a complete handgun ban not only for the state of Illinois but also for Washington, D.C. Barack Obama also voted in 2005 as part of Senate Bill 397 to ban almost all rifle ammunition used for hunting and sport shooting. He also favors a ban on high-capacity magazines. He supports mandatory waiting periods, mandatory firearms training requirements for all gun owners, and he also supports banning gun ownership for anyone under the age of 21, according to the Chicago Defender in 1999. The Clinton assault weapons ban, which Obama endorses, was a complete failure. Assault weapons account for less than 2% of all guns seized by the police. In California, in 1990, for example, assault weapons accounted for only 36 out of a total of 936 firearms involved in homicides and murders. From 1985 to 1989, only 1 homicide was committed with what Senator Obama considers an assault weapon in his hometown of Chicago. In Florida, only 2.6% of homicides were committed by what liberals classify as assault rifles. And in the book, More Guns, Less Crime, a statistical study by John R. Lott, Jr., once concealed carry is introduced into the state of Florida, there was a 10% decrease in murder, an 8% decrease in rape, a 4% decrease in violent crime, a 4% decrease in aggravated assault. And in Montana, these numbers were even greater. In Montana, a 12% decrease in aggravated assault was reported after the introduction of concealed carry to the state. And in Maine, for an example, an aggravated assault dropped an amazing 24%. Senator Barack Obama is staunchly against concealed carry, a statistically proven crime-reducing measure. Obama told the Pittsburgh Tribune, and I quote, "I am not in favor of concealed weapons." These regulations and gun restrictions are the modus operandi and have been the modus operandi of tyrants, oppressors, and elitists the world over. Please take the following quotes in the context of comparison into consideration before placing your vote this November 2008. And I quote, "They cling to their guns or religion or antipathy to people who aren't like them, or anti-immigrant sentiment or anti-trade sentiment as a way to explain their frustrations." Barack Obama. And I quote, "Ordinary citizens don't need guns, as their having guns doesn't serve the state." Heinrich Himmler. And I quote, "All assault weapons are to be handed in immediately." That quote is from an S.A. Oberführer of Bad Tolz. The date, March 1933, Germany. Barack Obama's quote, "The government needs to permanently reinstate an assault weapons ban." Barack Obama, 2008. And I'm going to leave you with one final quote. This one's by Edmund Burke. "All that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing."